This is day 268. Positive no to search noise. Say a positive no to search noise. A messy search query looks small at first. A few capital letters here, extra spaces there, a stray mark that seems harmless. But every bit of mess is still a demand for attention. And if a system says yes to all of it, focus starts to leak. The idea feels familiar to me. The better I know what matters, the easier it becomes to refuse what does not. Commitment must come first. A good no is usually not harsh. It is clear. It comes from commitment. That is what makes the idea of a positive no so useful. You are not refusing for the sake of refusal. You are protecting something, time, energy, direction. In search, the same principle applies. Query normalization works because it starts with a commitment to consistent, relevant retrieval. It tries to make semantically similar queries behave in similar ways, which improves reliability and the experience for the person doing the search. In plain terms, the system decides what deserves attention and what does not. That means saying no to noise, case differences, extra white space, punctuation clutter, diacritics that create variation without changing the user's real intent. These are small things in search, but small things add up. If every variation gets treated like a new and separate demand, results get shakier and the system loses its center. A strong system does not say yes to every input. It says yes to the purpose behind the input. I think that matters beyond search, of course, which is why I'm using this as a reference. We often imagine focus as something passive, as if it arrives when the life finally gets quiet. It usually does not. Focus is an act of choice. It comes from deciding what your work is for, then building boundaries that protect that purpose. So what do you keep and what do you protect? Of course, saying no to noise is not the same as flattening meaning. This is where discipline matters. A useful system still says yes to intent. It can use things like abbreviation expansion, transliteration, and synonym mapping when those help people reach what they actually meant to find. So the goal is not the rigid sameness, the goal is better understanding. That distinction is everything, because there's also a bad version of commitment. There's an overreaching kind that starts scrubbing away meaning in the name of order. And once that happens, relevance suffers. If normalization becomes too aggressive, distinct terms can collapse into each other. Important differences start to disappear. Even punctuation can carry meaning in the right context, as with something like a programming language like C# or something. Remove the wrong thing and you do not clarify the request, you damage it. So the work is not just cleanup, it's actually judgment. This is true in writing, in planning, in product building, ordinary life, and of course in developing search algorithms. Every rule is a priority. Every filter reveals a value. Every no protects a yes, or at least it should. If it does not, then it probably is not a good boundary, it is just friction. So what's the real lesson here? What I like here is how practical this whole concept is. Query normalization sounds like a really technical jargon, and it is. But underneath it is a very human principle. If you do not know what you are trying to preserve, you will end up reacting to every variation, every interruption, every surface level difference. You will confuse motion for usefulness. You will give your attention away one tiny little piece at a time. Certainly not. The stronger move is to commit first, then refuse what pulls you off course. Not everything deserves equal weight. Not every signal deserves the same response. That is not neglect, that is actually care. So return back to the messy query. Look at the clutter around it. Then ask what the system is really trying to do. Pick one workflow that you do all the time. Maybe it could be programming, but it's most likely going to be writing or planning or something like that. And remove one kind of noise that keeps stealing attention from what matters the most to you.